Everybody meet Cleo. Yes, it's my baby kitten. And right now she wants food. Okay. Alright. Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. I sent out a tweet, an Instagram post, a Facebook post, and I believe even a Tumblr post yesterday asking for some questions, and while I didn't get too many from like people in general, I did get some questions from my boyfriend, so shout out to you, you're awesome. And I did get some from other people, so this is just going to be kind of like a little Q&A thing. So I guess I'll put this up here so I have something to read off of, and I will start answering questions. Okay. Now, the first question I got on Instagram from a girl. Let me see if I can find this. Okay. So this person said, I know you love Tool, so what are your top 3 favorite Tool songs? Now, this is going to be very difficult for me to answer because I love Tool very much. I did just recently get it, well, when I say recently, I mean like maybe a year ago, actually start listening to them properly. Of course, I had listened to songs like Sober and Prison Sex, 46 and 2, Schism, Stinkfist, all of those, you know, more popular songs, but I actually started listening to like their full albums and stuff about a year ago, I would say. So I already know like my first one, my top favorite, but the other two are just kind of hazy in the middle. My top favorite would be Parable, Parabola, both of them, because that one was the first one that really like just like evoked a ton of emotion in me and like moved me, because I had heard Parabola and I was like, yeah, this is a really good song and all of this stuff, and then but then when I got the album Lateralis, I listened to Parable and Parabola as one whole song, and right at the climax of the song, I couldn't stop myself. I just started crying. So that's probably my top pick. And then I'd say right now, like as of right now, my other two would be Rosetta Stone and Hooker with a Penis. So those right at this second are my top 3 Tool songs. That tends to change every few weeks or so. So okay, now the second question is, if you could spend a week anywhere in the world, where would it be? Once again, this is kind of a difficult question because I love to travel. And I have several destinations picked out that I would like to go to, you know, here in the near future. But I guess right now my top pick would be South Korea. For the last couple of years, I would say I've been really kind of enthralled with the entirety that is, you know, the Korean culture, the food, the people, the language, all of it. I absolutely love South Korea. So if I could travel anywhere in the world and stay there for a week, it would probably be South Korea. So yeah, but I'd also love to go to places like pretty much the entirety of Europe, Japan, certain parts of Asia, South America, Southern Africa, Australia, of course. I mean, pretty much everywhere. I'm not picky when it comes to traveling. So, okay, the next question is, do you like fish? It's kind of a vague question. I like fish. I like to watch them swim. I like to eat them. I like to, I like fish. I like pretty much ocean life in general. But, seafood is like one of my favorite types of food, and I absolutely love sashimi and sushi and all of that stuff. I'm not real picky when it comes to types of seafood that I'll eat. I can eat just about anything. I've eaten sea urchin before, so and jellyfish, and of course oysters, but those are fairly common. But I love seafood. I love seafood. Okay, next one is, Do you like Onision? I'm probably gonna have to not answer that question. I mean, I do watch some of his videos, and I mean, he's funny. He's satirical and sarcastic, and I mean, he's funny, but he can kind of, I mean, he knows how to get on. He knows how to push people's buttons, but I'm just gonna kind of not answer that question, I guess. I don't know. I don't really have too much of a problem with them. Sometimes it kind of pisses me off, but I don't know. He's Onision. That's all I have to say on that. Okay, next is, what is your favorite animal? Now, my favorite animal is, like, domesticated animal is definitely a cat. I love cats. Love kitty cats. But I guess, like, overall, my favorite type of animal would be an ocelot. And if you don't know what an ocelot is, it is a type of wildcat. They're on the smaller side of the wildcat family, and they are very, very beautiful. They have very intense, like, markings and, you know, pattern on their fur, and they have gigantic eyes, and they are absolutely gorgeous. And I also really like pandas. I really, really like pandas and polar bears and tigers. I like a lot of different animals, but I'd have to say that the ocelot would probably be my favorite. Okay, next is, which YouTuber would you say has inspired you the most and why? I don't know that you could say that any YouTuber, well, okay. I don't know, I've never actually really thought about this before. I guess the one that, like, kind of gave me the idea to actually start up a channel would be kind of a mix of Jacksepticeye and Simon and Martina. If you don't know either of those channels, I can link them down below for you, but both of those channels, I watch both of those very, very regularly. And I found Jack through the Undertale series, thanks to my sister. And I found Simon and Martina, actually I think my mom found them for me when I just started getting into South Korea, and they talked a lot about, you know, things to do there, you know, good places to eat, good places to see that aren't too touristy. And so I started watching them a lot because, you know, I was getting a lot of information, plus they're funny, and they have cute animals, and all of that stuff. But then, you know, I started watching Jack, and he kind of, I don't know, he kind of fit more my personality style. Like, you know, I'm a little bit more loud and obnoxious and just kind of a little over the top sometimes, and you know, I've always been kind of insecure about that because I used to get in trouble for it a lot, especially in school. And like, I always got in trouble for talking too much. That was like the first thing I ever got in trouble for in kindergarten, was talking too much. And you know, during football games and stuff, when I'd go with the band director, I'd always end up getting a little too excited, and people would have to tell me to calm down. So, you know, to see somebody who can kind of relate to that do something this public, you know, and, you know, talk about what a great outlet it can be for that excess energy, kind of gave me the idea that maybe I can try and channel some of that into some of my own videos. So I'd have to say that those two inspired me the most. Do you dye your hair, and if so, what colors would you prefer? Now, I have dyed my hair several different colors in the past. I've been red, I've been black, I've been red and blue, half and half, I've been purple. I don't think I've ever been like pink or green or any of those colors, although when I was trying to get the purple out, my hair did kind of turn green. But as you can see, I'm back to blonde, but it's not my natural blonde. Whenever I went to take the purple out and it was green, I had to re-bleach it and find a dye that was similar to my shade, and I didn't get one that was exact, so you can kind of see my roots coming in a bit. But I mean, I'm okay with it, and I guess for now I'm just kind of letting my hair set before I really figure out what all I want to do with it. I have a couple of things in mind. There's like the denim blue where it has like all these different blues in it, and then there's the opalescent sand art hair that I saw on Guy Chang's channel. I'd really love to get something like that done because that was gorgeous. But no, I'm perfectly fine with colored hair. I love colored hair. If you know, I don't know. I almost regret going back to blonde, but at the same time, it's kind of nice to just see the color I was born with or bestowed with or whatever you want to say. So yeah, that's the hair dye. Let's see. What is your favorite eye color and why? Well, as you can see, I have brown eyes. It's not focusing properly. But yes, I have brown eyes, and I actually really love blue eyes. A lot of people, you know, they're like, well, you know, blue or green eyes, blah, blah, blah. I have like a very like, weighted preference towards blue eyes. Mostly because, you know, whenever, I mean, this can happen with all eye colors, but, you know, I mean, one of my personal favorite colors is blue, so this is why I'm a little more drawn to it than others. But, you know, you have like all different kinds of shades of blue, you know, when you're looking at different people's eyes. I mean, no two blue eyes are alike. And that's, I mean, some of them just look so deep and so clear, and I mean, a lot like the ocean or, you know, whatever you want to compare it to. But my favorite eye color would definitely have to be blue. I love blue eyes on people. In fact, my boyfriend is blue-eyed. So, if that gives you any indication. Although, on the subject of eye color, I had a friend when I was in 5th grade, and his name, well, I'm not going to tell you his name because that's privacy, but I had a friend in 5th grade, and he and I became like instant best friends. And I was new to the school, and he was kind of new. He had already been there before, but he had moved away for a few years and then came back, so we were both technically new students. And so we got like a little school tour of the little school that we were at, and by the end of it, we hooked our arms around each other and declared, you know, each other best friends for life and all that fun stuff. Super cute. But he was, one of my favorite things about him was the fact that he had one brown eye and one blue eye. It was like, I'd never seen anything like that before, and I'd seen so many different people in the world, and I'd never seen somebody with eyes like that. It was the coolest thing ever. But, what is your ideal relationship like? I don't really, I guess, I don't know, I don't really like, I guess a relationship where, you know, we can both make time for each other and, you know, talk to each other without, you know, I guess getting in each other's way or, you know, anything like that. And also, it's important to be understanding and, you know, I guess more open-minded, especially if you share different points of views on subjects, or, you know, you have different opinions or anything like that. I mean, it's you know, my boyfriend and I, we kind of have this term where we just agree to disagree, and you know, he's okay with a lot of the things that I believe in, and I'm okay with a lot of the things that he believes in, even if they completely contradict what the other believes in. And so it's very important to have that kind of open-mindedness and, I don't know, I guess okayness with your partner. Let's see. Yeah, so I guess just a very like cool, laid back, you know, just fun. A lot of fun in your relationship. You know, don't take things too seriously too fast. You know, don't take trivial things too seriously, because then you're just going to end up stressing each other out, and you're going to lose the fun. You're going to lose a lot of the, you know, you're going to lose sight of a lot of why you know, liked each other or loved each other, or, you know, anything like that. And a lot of times, taking things too seriously too soon, or taking trivial things too seriously, is what causes a lot of people to break up. So I guess that would probably be my ideal relationship, would be, you know, one that nobody really took anything too seriously too fast, or, you know, took the little things, you know, way too seriously. And I'm not talking about things like cuddling and all that. I'm talking about things like, you know, oh, you know, I left a dirty dish in the sink, or, you know, you left a sock on the floor. You know, don't start drama and fights over things like that, because that just spells disaster. So I guess that's my best explanation of it. Okay, I think this will be the last one. Do you have any hobbies, and if so, what? I play guitar, I sing, and I'm trying to kind of turn those into not so much hobbies, but like an actual job that I can make money from. I guess you could consider this a hobby. You know, I mean, I just kind of started this because I, you know, just kind of felt like it. Just like, hey, this looks like it could be fun, and, you know, it might help, so I'm gonna try it. And, but let's see, other hobbies. I draw, I write, I don't know, I do all kinds of things. I take walks, I take pictures, and like when I say pictures, I don't mean just like, oh, hey, you know, I actually have this camera for like photography and things like that. So, I also, I don't know, I kind of tend to collect stuff without realizing it. So I guess that would be kind of a hobby. Like, I tend to collect hats, and I tend to collect sunglasses, and I tend to collect stuffed animals. So I don't know, I kind of have a lot of hobbies. Yeah, so I guess that will be the final question, and any that I didn't answer I'll save for next time, I suppose. If you have any questions, feel free to ask them down below. I will include them in whatever video comes after this that's Q&A related. And I don't know, maybe we'll come up with some sort of funny name for this little, I guess you could call it a series. But, I don't know, I like Q&As. I like, that's how I get to know people. I tend to play 20 questions with people. Like, when I'm talking to them and I'm trying to, like, establish a relationship with them, one of the first things that I'll do is I'll say, hey, do you want to play 20 questions? And, I mean, I like asking questions, I like answering questions, I like getting answers. So, I mean, I don't know, it's fun for me, and maybe it can be fun for you too. I hope it is. And maybe, I don't know, we'll see what happens, right? So, yeah, that's what I got for you today. I hope that you have enjoyed what I have laid out on the table that is the YouTube platter. And I will see you guys next time.